Hello and welcome back to the studio. Thank you for stopping by. Today is October 11th and this video is for yesterday. It was Inktober 10th. If you're not familiar with what Inktober is, it's a painting. It's a excuse me. It's a drawing a day for the month of October. And before I get into today's or yesterday's image, I want to talk about yesterday's video, if that makes any sense. So I've got the overhead camera set up, and on the left here is the drawing from the other day, and I referenced a painting that I'd done about a year ago, and that one obviously is a similar design. That's what I said, I already had the design in mind. Obviously it's not the same. This one's a watercolor painting, this one's obviously a sketch, and I just wanted to speak to how I'm able to use color to differentiate forms and whatnot, whereas this one is relying a lot more on the negative space that I was talking about. So that's the image I was referencing right here, and thank you very much for the suggestion. I tried to incorporate the suggestions and comments and address those. So thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll try and address those. So on to today's image. I decided I wanted to do a very relaxed image. I love visiting. I love to be by the water. I love to canoe, and I think one of my dream places to live would be on the water and just be able to get up in the morning and take the canoe out for a paddle. I think that's just a wonderful way to start a day. So I thought, well, you know, one of the nice things about being an artist is you can put form to your dreams. So I thought, well, I'll just do a little cabin on a lake. And overall, I was happy with the results. I really like what I was able to achieve with contrasting shades of gray. I like the design of the piece. I had one issue when I was grabbing what I thought was the blending pen, but in reality it was it was a little bit darker, and I was just going to do a faint shoreline and it wasn't so faint, and you can see I tried to rub it out, but it just wasn't working. So I left it, and you know, I've spoken to this before. I can either stop and start over again, or I can go with it. One of my favorite artists is Bob Ross, and he had a saying that I dearly love. He says, "There are no mistakes, only happy accidents." Well, today I'm going to try and make that mistake into a happy accident. So I've got a lighter shade pen this time. I've checked, and I'm double checking that is similar in the final tone that I ended up with when I tried to rub out the other pen the other day. So what I'm going to do is put in a more defined shoreline by saying, you know, this is where the water line is going to be on the distant shore, and I'm not meeting up exactly with the darker shade there. I'm leaving just a little bit of a light contrast there, just to try and define where that shoreline might be. And then I think what I'll actually end up doing is going in with the ballpoint to help define that a little bit more. I'm going to test this real quick. A lesson isn't a lesson unless it's a lesson learned. So I'm just going to touch, just very barely, just to give that impression, as I said, of the distant shore. There we go. It's very subtle, but I looked at it this morning and I says, I know what I can do about that. So that's what I did. So there we go. Now it's done. And hey, I've already done 2 drawings today. I can take the day off. No, I'm not going to do that. But anyways, so that's how I go about. I don't even know if that'll show up. It's so light, but just wanted to define that distant shoreline a little bit. It's not what I wanted, but it's what happened. And you know, overall, I just really like the piece. I really do think I'm going to come back to this design, and I really like the way this came out. So I think I'm going to, yeah, I know I'm going to revisit this with a painting. So yeah, this one's going to be a fun one. So anyways, that was yesterday's painting or drawing, and as I said, very happy with the way that came out. I hope I was able to give a little info this time without taking up too much time. So I think that's where I'm going to end the video today. I'd just like to say that, you know, I really do appreciate you taking time out of your day to stop by and see what I've been doing. I don't take your time for granted, and I really do appreciate that. That said, if you did like the video, please give it a thumbs up. That would help me out a great deal. If you have any questions, suggestions, or general comments, please leave those in the comment section below. I'd be happy to answer those. And yeah, if you feel this is worthy of your friends' attention, I'd appreciate it if you'd share this video on social media. That said, if this is your first time to the channel, welcome. And if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button below, and don't forget the little bell icon so you actually get a notice when I upload a new video tomorrow. I think that's where I'll end this, and I really do appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Goodbye.